Well, how about that? It's not on the Game Boy player. That's strange. Excuse me. About to belch. I hope not. It'd be terrible. Oh, yeah, it's gonna happen. Hang on a second. This is what I get for hitting start record. Then suddenly all the grossness starts coming out. Anyway, we are checking out the Metroid Fusion Open Randomizer, which I should probably have grabbed a link to beforehand. I will drop that at the end of the stream instead. This is something that I literally just remembered existed last night because I didn't sleep super great, which is why the stream is an hour late, by the way. It's because I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go take a nap for a bit until hopefully I feel a little less tired. You know, small dog. They keep you awake. That's all you need to know about it. So I suddenly remembered this in the middle of the night, and I'm like, oh hey, yeah, that'll be fun to check out. So I ended up having to re-grab MGBA because I don't have the appropriate equipment to play this on actual hardware. And it was weird because MGBA, they distribute their thing in a 7-zip archive. I think there's other formats you can get it in, but I was just like, yeah, whatever, I have 7-zip. It turns out that apparently at some point I uninstalled 7-zip, and I have no fucking clue why I did that. Well, whatever, too late. Let's go ahead and let's start in on this. You just expected it at 7 p.m. now. That's probably the easiest way to deal with things. Find missiles, the charge beam, plasma beam, and release level 4 locks. Then go to the operations stack to face the SAX, set a crash course for Star 388. Yeah. Okay. So, ultimately, we only need a couple of things. Zeffy asking actually kind of the important questions here, but I don't have that ready yet. Okay, so we're off to a good start because apparently my, I'm gonna have to remap my controls real quick, apparently, because the shoulder buttons are just not having it right now. So please excuse the cursor in the window. This is just what Ob Studio does with this. Do you prefer doing things that way? Will this help our case? Yes. I think our R button is still on R1 for some reason. That's weird. Yeah, anyways, Zeffy, to answer your question, it's just not done yet. I have the idea, and I have some things that I need to, like, draw out. I need to also get hold of one of my more artistically inclined friends to make it look like not shit. But that is a thing that I'm going to be pushing in a direction on, which still doesn't sound very useful. With regard to the VTuber thing, I went on kind of a thing last night of like, I'm gonna look up and see if this is something that someone else has done. And wouldn't you know it, there are other people out there who are like, hey, I'm gonna do a raccoon-themed anime girl VTuber. And at first I saw one person who had such a character, and I was like, oh, well, shit, I don't think I can do this anymore, because people on the internet are fucking vicious for some reason. Like, it was just gonna be like, oh, well, if one person has done it, you know, I didn't want to get in any fights with people who have no personality whatsoever over that sort of thing. And then I saw there were two, and I was like, you know what, now I feel okay, because in that case, suddenly it feels a lot more sustainable. I know that I know that it's, you know, hard to come up with anything original, but, you know, people on the internet, right? Not literally all people on all of the internet, obviously, but, you know, I've gotten random people, like, you know, I shitpost regularly across a variety of social media, off and on. And I've had some people be absolute assholes about me just happening to put something together that someone else had come up with before. Alright, so... data room will be up from here, right? Is R is recharge, S is our save point. Show me something that doesn't suck, game. Come on. Well, it appears to be... It's ice missiles. Wow. That's a pretty good grab. People on the internet and people are natural enemies. You ain't kidding. No need for a hint. But if that will tell me some place I can go to get stuff in future, that might be nice. I have no morph ball, so this is not very useful, but I will break it open. Oh wait, no, this doesn't need the morph ball. It needs super missiles, though, which is good because our ice missiles count. This way leads towards Arachnus, possibly, or is this just a shortcut? You can tell that I haven't played Metroid Fusion in a hot minute here, although I do really love Metroid Fusion. It's a really good game. Need a hint? Get good. Yeah, that sounds about like the speed of Adam there, so yeah. Wave beam! Whoa! Yes! Oh, nice. Also, hey, check it out. We get to see Wave Beam with just the Wave Beam now. That's a bit of a rare thing to see in Metroid Fusion. This is kind of a hula hoop. Do you need bombs for this, or... This might be a bomb thing. It's not the sword in the ceiling, is it? Yeah, so I don't remember where the hidden item in this room is. So this is definitely one of those times where it's like, oh hey, I'm playing a randomizer, perhaps a little bit ahead of when I should be getting back to this one, because, you know, typically you would like to be experienced with the game when you're playing a randomizer for it, right? And yet there's me just being a maverick, not in the Mega Man X sense. We're not playing another Mega Man X game just yet. Although, let me tell you, plenty of them are quite good, so I could do it if I felt like it. Believe it or not, after having played X6, if you've never seen any of the rest of the series, there's quite a few that are not trash. Hey, we got the Morph Ball, by the way. No Spring Ball yet, but let's see what we can't do about Arachnus. We're probably... Oh! We can damage it with our regular beam. Okay. I thought it was going to be a missiles or charge beam situation, and, I mean, to be fair... Missiles, charge beam, that'd probably work better. Is Metroid trying to get the spice? That's a good one. Alright, what's this weird chunk of rock? I don't know. Breakable. It's hanging out there. And yeah, no bomb. So we just gotta... have some funky accuracy because of the wave beam. This might make removing blocks from certain areas a bit tough, but... I don't know, I enjoy having the wave beam at the beginning of the game. That seems pretty good to me. Well, as long as she's not saying that it's Morbin time, right? God, I love, by the way, that Morbius went to theaters again, and it tanked again. They're like, oh yeah, everybody's memeing on it. Let's send it to 1,000 theaters. And they made back, on average, less than $100 each. Amazing. Alright. That's the ice container. Alright, we can go in here and we can get an energy tank. Had to make sure that wasn't a fake, because there are monsters that just look like that. This room, there's something in here? No, this is just where we have to go examine in the beginning of the game. To make sure that, oh yeah, the X-Parasites are doing their thing. Doors open, this side. We've got power bombs, if I can figure out how to get over there. Oh right, that requires the speed booster. Well, we don't have power bombs then. I was gonna say, if we can have some music, that'd be pretty cool. Security room, right, security rooms are unlabeled, so looking for anything like that wouldn't really help me. Ah, yes, let me fill up on all this HP that I don't need yet. Big the Cat is in the Netflix Sonic show. The what? The Netflix Sonic show, huh? I don't think I was aware that such a thing even existed. But interesting. Is this like a fairly new thing that was announced recently? Because there was a whole Sonic thing yesterday. Yesterday? Very recently anyway. Wherein they announced that unfortunately the Michael Jackson tracks are gone from the Sonic Classic Collection that I forgot the name of already. Sonic Reborn, or, you know. Please help us, we want more of your money, even though we're Sega and we have infinite money at this point, probably. What? You know, I don't remember the name of it, but yeah. High Jump and Jump Ball. Yeah, Sonic Origins, there we go. So yeah, that means that the Carnival Night Zone music is gone, which, okay, I don't particularly mind. The Ice Cap Zone music is gone, which a lot of people are very upset about, and I get it. I don't really like the track that much, aside from the fact that it does have a really great bass line to it. That is worthwhile. Hey, remember when we farmed these things for stuff back in Metroid 2? I do. God, Metroid 2 was going so good as a game at that point, too, and then it's just like, oh, by the way, actually, this game is secretly a kusoge. Anyway, so, yeah, there's those, and Launch Base Zone also are removed. And yeah, that is true, that a licensing agreement is more than just money, but also it's more to the point of it's Sega. You know, I certainly don't think they need too much additional funding for doing any of their other weird projects. You know, whatever it is they want to do. You know, if they're like, oh, whatever. I'm kind of just making fun of them for the fact that, hey, we have access to these games so many times over. And also, we just died because everything in this game does 1,000,000 damage. That's correct. So I guess we're restarting. That was kind of some bad play on my part, to say the least, but oh well. We'll fix it eventually. I'm gonna have to remember to actually save relatively often in this. I forgot, oh yeah, I'm really bad at this game. At least it's not like Metroid Dread, which also has bad game design on top of it. Did I lose all my items? Yes, because I haven't saved since I started the game. It's alright, that's fixable. I just have to go back through, like, 6 minutes of progress or something. Oh no, I fought one of the easiest bosses in the game. Well, yeah, but I would assume that would require, like, adding in some sort of autosave functionality to this, which sounds like a lot of work, and I'm going to just make an assumption here that there hasn't been that much delving into fixing stuff in Metroid Fusion. Well, okay, fixing is a bit of a stretch word-wise. It's more, you know, that people haven't dug into the code that much, I guess is what I'm trying to say. In language that sounds like it's less accusatory, because this is a really good game. It's just one that I'm bad at. Yeah, so that's just going to be a save room, which... It's not going to be the greatest save room in the game, that's for sure. Because I haven't done anything yet. Oh boy, I can skip over Adam's hint, whatever. Alright, so we got our ice missiles back. And we go back through. You know, I've given it some thought, and I think ultimately I actually really like the ice missile idea. More than I prefer the ice beam. Just because, honestly, the ice beam kind of gets annoying sometimes, because... Oh yeah, that was an interesting noise. Oh yeah, it was probably from the thing falling over. You're using the beam most of the time for most of your getting anything done. And the ice beam does not have a good track record of being able to deal with enemies in one hit while you have the ice beam. Even, like, the garbage enemies tend to still be like, I'm gonna get frozen first if that's okay with you, and I don't like that very much. Just, you know, it's not huge, but it is slightly disappointing, right? We're gonna take one last scan through this area. Although I really do think that it's the bombs we need here. I wouldn't be able to get that anyway. If Yeah, like the other option is they do what they did in Prime, where, of course, in Metroid Prime, you could turn the ice beam off very easily from the overworld HUD by just being like, hey, yeah, I'm gonna toggle my beams with the D-pad. Okay, so we have to kill... We have to kill big balls in order to get out of here. Gotcha. Which is kind of a shame, because, I mean... Arachnos does not offer us anything of real value other than a missile tank. And sure, a missile tank is nice, but it's not like it's progression or anything. And it doesn't keep me alive quite as much as an energy tank would. Yeah, just thinks back to the times when I was streaming the SNES combo randomizer and Ferran Burgundy was roasting my ass. Like, hey, yeah, this person's real bad at the game. And they say that the energy tanks aren't important. And I mean, they're not progression, but they do keep you from dying. Unfortunately, in this game, that's not really true either. Give me that missile tank. Capacity increased. Now we have 15. Which is still not going to be enough to do much of anything in a lot of cases. Now I gotta remember where that other place was that I saw that looked like some potentially free real estate. Oh no, it's back here! I'm a fool! I'm being silly. As per usual. And this is where our recharge room is. Not quite what we're looking for. If we want to go down toward the spider zone, i.e. over to the generator, we need bombs, and frankly, I don't want to deal with that right now. That boss sucks. And not just on account of being a giant spider. Oh yeah, that's cold storage. Over here is our energy tank. And yeah, we've got a thing that we can get over in SRX that has our high jump boots. We should probably get those instead of checking out I tried to say zone and sector at the same time. Again, I'm real bad at this whole remembering to only say one word at a time thing for some reason. I have no idea when I started doing this, but apparently it's just gotten worse over the years. Just like everything else about me. I'm a credit to my everything. Let's save. This isn't Star Fox. I haven't played Star Fox in years. Oh god, I remember looking for a cartridge a while ago, because I could have sworn I had one that my brother left behind, but I guess I don't have it anymore. Maybe I got rid of it years and years ago because I was kind of an idiot, and at some point or another I was like, well, what if I didn't just keep all my retro games except for my GBA stuff? I kept those, at least that was smart. Anyway, I kind of feel like I should get a cartridge copy of that at some point. But I dread to think what it costs now. Because retro game prices are just absolutely disgusting for everything. Like, I'm thinking, you know, I've got a chunk of money coming toward me in a few months on my birthday. I might grab some of that and head off to a disc replay or something and see if I can find any nice little used games. But I'm thinking, wow, I don't think I'm going to be able to find anything for a reasonable price that is older than, like, PS3. And even that might be kind of stretching it a little bit. For, you know, and by that I mean, this also involves the caveat of it being reasonably priced. Yeah, I mean, eBay is usually eBay is where I do my price checking. So I mean, that would be a much easier option, and, you know, pandemic and everything, probably the smarter one. You saw a copy for under 25. Well, that's not too bad. Anyway, I kind of got into this big level of doomerness about it because very recently I was looking up some of the games that I own for a couple of consoles that are a little bit rarer. Like Eternal Darkness. I have a full, complete inbox copy of Eternal Darkness. I mean, it's opened, so the people who are like, I want it on the shelf are probably going to be like, whatever. But it has everything in it. It still has Nintendo Power advertisements in it, believe it or not. And I got it for $50 some number of years ago, again, at Disc Replay. For, you know, complete copy, manual, game, case, all this other old stuff that people usually throw out. And I looked it up on eBay, and it's over 100 now. What I was seeing for the price for most of them. And, Rule of Rose and Haunting Ground were two others that I was looking up because I was watching Plastic Alan, and he was talking about horror games from around that era, and I'm like, hey, I have those two. Are those? And I go and look, and oh ye gods, the price numbers there are kind of appalling and disgusting. Like, I know that Rule of Rose has a very ardent fan base, and not a lot of copies of it were released because it was subject to a campaign of lies about what its content was, and that probably held back a lot of mass release in a lot of parts of the world. But also, like, I think it's now worth somewhere in the $500 to $800 range for a copy, even without a manual. Well, maybe the $500 to $800 is like a complete copy, and like $350 is what it is without a manual. I don't. Now I'm a little bit confused, but either way, over $300 for a fucking video game. Brief spoiler. I bought it for $25 used at a GameStop. Back in, and keep in mind when I say that I bought it for $25 used at a GameStop, I bought it in like probably 2007, 2008, that area. I was still living in Chicago at the time, so it's not like, oh, it was a recent. So this feels really fucked up. I'm pretty sure this is not a glitch, but I can't go there. I guess that's a one-way room, huh? Never would have guessed. $100 range. Yeah, I mean, that also kind of sounds like something that only a few copies, relatively speaking, ever came out, so I cannot help you very much there, except to say good luck. Just wanted to say good luck, we're all counting on you, etc. We've all seen Airplane here, right? Believe it or not, I've never seen Airplane. I can, however, quote a few of the memorable lines. What if I try jumping over those dudes? Or what if I tried just getting at them while they were facing away from me? That works too. So, yeah, Rule of Rose is disgustingly expensive. Haunting Ground is another one that is disgustingly expensive. I don't think it's anywhere near as good or interesting of a game as Rule of Rose, though, but... yeah, like, seeing those prices just kind of instilled a certain level of doom about the secondhand market into me, you know? Because you see somebody selling a video game for over $500 fucking dollars used. Jumped up in price thanks to being an SGDQ. That's kind of unusual, but I suppose that that's going to happen with like any sort of video game that suddenly acquires a new audience. And GDQ will certainly do that. Plus, you'll get people who want to speedrun it, and so they're going to want specifically to get hardware working for it. You know, anything like that is kind of a double-edged sword, right? Incidentally, that reminds me, I probably should check out the newer versions of Miro at some point. I may just do... you know, I may just do randomizer goof-offs for a while until I get the VTuber thing going, because again, I'm very stuck on, like, do I actually want to start a new longer game for something like that, because my rate of getting things done is a little bit random. And for that matter, oh ye gods. I forgot my next words. Give me a second here. I swear I'm not having a brain aneurysm. Oh yeah, there's also been a thing lately that I've just been like, I don't know what I feel like doing right now. Because I don't want to turn entirely into a 14 streamer, especially because I'm a scrub, but lately, that's mostly just what I've wanted to do, is just be like, I just want to play some Final Fantasy XIV for a little bit, because also, keep in mind that, as you guys did get a little bit of a preview of on Wednesday, I did just win a house with a friend on 14, so, you know, I want to figure out what I'm doing with that, and there's, you know, content I could be doing. Power bombs, yes! I could learn how to play a healer, I guess. I could go raise the levels on my tanks more. You know, Gunbreaker looks like fun. That seems like a cool class. I just haven't leveled it up enough yet. And I'm always kind of thinking like, okay, yeah, let me go do leveling roulette with Gunbreaker. And then I remember, oh hey, if I get scaled down to a level, you know, sub 60 dungeon, I'm not going to be exactly sure what I'm doing with that. As I'm just thinking of the times that I've been in level, like, God, I'm pretty sure that I've been in Sastasha, at least with Red Mage, and that's just like, oh, wow, this has moves? Because you get Red Mage at level 50, for those of you who are not, like, FF14 aware. And of course, if you go into a dungeon with a full party, unless you're doing something unsynchronized, everybody is synced down to the level of the dungeon, for reasons that are perhaps understandable. So I would go in there and I would just not know what I'm doing, because 90% of my moveset would be locked. Because instead of being level 50, which is where I'd start at, which is where I would be getting all my training, I would be at level 14. I think that there probably should be a way to access the classes at a lower level, especially because I feel quite confident that there are quite a few people who really want to get into the game, at least partially for the explicit purposes of playing some of the classes. Like, Gunbreaker is a tanking class that is just all... It is pretty much all FF8 fan service. And I know that this might be hard for some people to believe, because FF8 is definitely a divisive game, to say the least, but there are plenty of people out there who quite like Final Fantasy VIII, and I'm sure that there's at least a few who would love to play the game specifically to be able to play the FF8 class. Or there's Reaper, which is the new popular class that it carries a scythe and has a stand. And it's got this spirit follower that's, you know, a little bit on the edgelord side, but still kind of cool, and I think a lot of people would love to be like, hey, let me check that out. You know, when I started playing, I saw that there was an unlockable Red Mage class, and I was like, I want to do that. And so I ground all the way to 50 when I was at, like, less than level 20 in the MSQ, just so I could unlock Red Mage. Because I am a fool, is why. I then ended up in a level 50 dungeon, and somebody yelled at me for not being able to raise, when Red Mage doesn't learn a raise spell until level 64? 64, yeah. I wasn't even level 64 at that point, and I was synced down to level 50. So that was a fun time. Oh, right. Oh boy, a missile tank. Well, it definitely feels like we're in a case of getting a lot of the big, important upgrades before we go into the areas where we need them. Yeah, FF8 has a lot of... I actually really like 8 a lot. It has a lot of cool stuff in it. And I think it was kind of neat to see them go in a significantly more science fiction direction from the get-go in the game, as opposed to, you know, building it up over time and being like, oh, hey, by the way, we basically just built a Tower of Babel, but with robots for the 5th time in the franchise. And I mean, like, sci-fi, not like the steampunk that was in 6, which is cool in its own right, and, well, the steampunk that was in a lot of other Final Fantasy games, you know. I'm not going to complain about that either. Although I will admit, 6 is not a game that I am a big fan of. I admit I haven't played it in a while, but 6 is one that I couldn't get into certain parts of it, and I know that that's kind of a thing that a lot of other people will be like, wow, that's fucked up, person that I don't know. And, I mean, you're not wrong. I'm not exactly a creature of taste, but I just really haven't been able to get on with 6, and then every once in a while I'll think about it, and then I'll remember, oh right, Locke's whole thing is his girlfriend is stuffed in the fridge. And that kind of makes me go, oh yeah, hey, you know that character that everybody liked because he was cool and funny? Well, unfortunately, I have bad news. And yet, go figure, I am or was a machinist main in FF14, which is like 90% throwbacks to FF6 because of all the tools it uses being very much the same toolkit that Edgar does. Like, you've got the drill, you've got the chainsaw now, bioblaster, auto crossbow, air anchor. And I mean, yeah, they can be references to any of the Final Fantasy games where anybody's got machines, but I think that it is very specifically intended to be FF6 related. If somebody wants to tell me that I'm full of shit, go ahead. I won't really be able to dispute it. Sorry, I had to pause it for a second in the music because I love that little vibra-slap bit. And I believe I've said it before, but yes, that instrument is in fact called a vibra-slap, which is a fantastic name for it. Okay, this is the room where... Yeah, where we have the gross columns, right? Charge beam! Hell yeah! The weapon that Master Hand uses. Sure, let's go with that. I mean, that is kind of how you play it. It's... You know, it's that thing that's like a wedge of wood and it's got some weird metal bits in it and it's got a wooden ball on the other end. That doesn't feel like it's describing anything that a human being has ever seen, and yet here we are. Anywho, so I managed to forget what I was going to say. I think I was still talking about 14. Yeah. There needs to be, I think, a slightly better way of at least being able to get a better handle on the skills that you have with your classes below the level that you pick them up at, other than just diving into a duty. And there is some room for that right now because... Oh, I can't go that way. Right. The duty support function, i.e. the expanded version of trusts, exists for getting into the lower level stuff. But there's nothing like that for anywhere post Realm Reborn. They still haven't done Heavensward duty support yet, or for Stormblood for that matter. So it's like, hey, that's 2 expansion packs worth of stuff that if you roll into it with... Well, okay, 1.5. Fine. 1.5 expansion packs worth of shit that if you roll into it, you're just kind of going to be stuck like, oh, I don't know how to use certain classes, depending on what classes you have, or are using, rather. If you're... You know, if you go into a level 60 duty, you'll probably be fine with some of them if you go in, you know, not too far off. Like, I figured that if I were to go into leveling roulette with Gunbreaker and I got the vault, I probably would not be too badly fucked up by that. Like, I'd probably be able to get a handle on it. That said, I haven't been in the vault regularly for, like, years, so I actually don't know how to play that dungeon at all other than soloing it anymore. So that's great. And by years, I think I mean, like, a year. That's right, Endwalker didn't even come out a whole year ago, Jesus. And I really did only finish the Shadowbringers story around when Endwalker was due to come out, because I was like, well, I'll take my time with it. I'll get to it later. I just got all these side quests to get distracted by. Ah, this is a tough worm. Give me that red. Yeah! That's what I need. The screw attack regained. Woo, boy! That's a biggin'! I have to go around. There's nothing over there anyway. The screw attack should let us deal with a lot of things, and also just... in terms of both enemies and terrain, so... That may have split the game pretty wide open for us here. It won't do me no good against most bosses, but I mean, it's still pretty nice as it stands. These guys are still kind of suck to fight with the screw attack because they're all the way on the ground, but oh well. Save point. Is this the one that we can bomb the side wall? I don't think it is, but we'll check anyway, because there is a save room like that. I just don't remember where it is. Yeah, I think it's in Sector 5. Which we're not going to have access to for a minute. Yeah, there's nothing to worry about in here. This is just related to the SAX side quest, I think, which I don't think we're going to have any of the SAX encounters, actually. I think we're just going to be able to avoid dealing with those. I'll take more power bombs any day now. Any day now. Oh god, I don't have screw attack underwater. Shit. But, Mackenzie. And I can't get up there right now. I don't have bomb jumping, so I can't do any shenanigans with that, because all I have are the power bombs. And yes, I did explicitly turn on the allow power bombs while you don't have bombs tag, because I figured, why not? It could potentially lead to some interesting results. And it definitely gave me that being a concern as soon as it randomized. It's like, yeah, I know what you're about. Masochism. Well, shit. It's fine. Like I said, it's fun. I don't need to powerbomb something like that. I'm a fool. Now, this I may have to powerbomb. Nope. Oh yeah, I gotta go the other way around. Unless there's a hidden item here. It would show me that on the map. Yeah, it would show me that on the map. Oops. Man, I should dig my Wii out of the mothballs that it's not actually mothballed in. And I should hook that up and do another Metroid Prime randomizer. It's been a while since I've done one of those, and I do love Metroid Prime and randomizing it quite a bit. So that would be a lot of fun. Alright. So here we've got a readily escapable boss chamber. Because we have the high jump already. How do you react to this? You don't, honestly. Oh, right, because I gotta hit it in its underside, right? I think we did some damage with that charge shot. Yeah. There's gonna be a lot of the charge shrieking, sorry. Alright, come on. Cut it out. Power bomb. Am I screwed? Am I gonna die from this? Yeah, so I can't escape this. Because I need regular bombs to do that. Power bombs don't work. That is extremely unfortunate. I'm going to pause for a second. And I'm going to cheat a little bit here. I'm going to look and see if there is a rewind function that I can use here. Of some description. Keyboard? No, that's it. Yeah, sorry, this is just something that I was... I don't know what to say about this. This is kind of weird. Rewind held. That is... Okay, that's the grave accent key. Okay. Is that not working? Despite the hotkey saying it was there. Yeah, I didn't save a moment ago because I forgot that attack was even a thing. We are currently saved at not too far away, I guess. Okay, this is like right after we got the screw attack. So at least I had enough foresight to do that. Minor progress lost. Pardon me. Well, now I know that that thing absolutely obliterates you. This room is the pointless room. Maybe if I was a little bit cleverer, I would also think to go check out some of the other shit before I do that. Over here is this thing. I forgot what this was, but I'm gonna grab it. Oh yeah, that's right, it's more power bombs. And there's that other area that we can't access right now because we don't have the gravity suit. Yeah, see, this is why I should stick to prime randomizers, because I actually know how to not suck at that completely. Just mostly. Seriously, I'm not good at finding things in the Metroid Prime randomizer, but I am a lot better at not dying in those. That much is certain. Alright, so that's our save point. Right, because I think over here is where the energy tank was, and that's all that we've missed out on. Oh. Oops. Just don't get hit, forehead. All right. Yeah, that's right. It's a very thin hitbox. It's like a Toho character. Except significantly more normal looking. Wait, what did I just say? I'm kidding. Will you do the thing already? There we go. And I screwed up a chance of getting the hit anyway, because I was too afraid of getting insta-kill. Alright, it's doing fast dropper. Come on. That should be enough? No. You're sticking me through this phase for longer. It's not a phase, Mom. It's who I really am. That's a terrible joke. I keep expecting the regular X-Cores to shoot at me, which is not correct. Wow, your iframes last for so long. Alright, let's grab it. Hey, missile tank. That's about what I expect out of any of these bosses, really, but... What's on the other side of that room? I don't remember. I may just have to come back with Space Jump if I want that. And before I don't remember. This is who I am. Okay, Shadow the Hedgehog. And Shadow the Hedgehog. What a game. I still haven't played that yet. I gotta get around to that at some point. I should see if Dolphin has compatibility for it. Man, people really were just like, wow, it's so cringe, and then you look at some of the things that they play, and it's like, well, you would be the expert, yes! Oh, this area's walled, right? Because that is the overgrown part of Sector 2. If we can get a wall jump going... Yeah, we can't even get up there. We really need space jump to do that. Also, yeah, you can tell the screw attack goes through the petrified corpses of these things. So that's a bit of a problem. Alright. So, this room is a tough one. Because I have a feeling that we're going to screw this up really badly. Alright, there. Okay, so we should at least be able to get this item. I think the other one... Well, we got the Varia suit. That's pretty solid. Give me just a second here. Oh, I was gonna say, is the other item free? Because, yeah, there's 2 items in this room, as you can see. Through the blinking. Possibly. Power bomb. Energy tank. Okay. Yeah, so it is free. I was gonna say, I think the other item needs us to have, like, the diffusion missile or something. A thing used for only a very brief time in the game. Not to be confused with the diffusion beam from Metroid Dread, which is something entirely different. The closest you get to the diffusion missiles in that game are the storm missiles. And those things are pretty cool. I actually really like the storm missiles. There's some pretty good power-ups in Metroid Dread. I rag on it a lot because it's kind of a bad game in a lot of ways, but it does have some good ideas to it. I gotta give it that. You know, I won't say it was a complete waste of my $60. Although, let me tell you, I'd be a lot less displeased with it if I had paid $40. And you might be thinking, well, what if you paid even less? It's a first-party game for the Switch! It will never be less than that! Outside of a very few occasional sales where you have to strike where the iron is blistering white hot. Strike while the iron is slowly boiling into fumes into the atmosphere. It's a real problem in today's society, etc., etc. Although saying that, I did see that one game, Breath of the Wild, on the... Oh, ye gods, I'm an idiot. I saw it on GameStop for less than $40 used. As a base price, like, not even on sale. And I did consider buying it one time. I have still, at least until, like, November or something. Actually, I think it's until October, because I believe I got the card when I pre-ordered Dread. Or possibly when I just straight purchased it. I have their rewards card, so I get a $5 off coupon every month. I think I've said this before, and if I have, well, deal with it. So, I went there, and I was about to order Breath of the Wild sometime last month. So, orders below $35 pre-tax on GameStop are $6 shipping. At least for, like, everything that I've ordered for that price has been $6 shipping. And, I mean, $6 shipping is okay, but... So, Breath of the Wild is like $36 or something on GameStop. Pre any of that stuff, so it would be free shipping, right? So I go to apply my monthly discount code on it, and the price is bumped back below $35. So the shipping was reapplied. So if I used my discount code, it would have been more expensive. Yeah. Didn't exactly make me very happy, to put it nicely. And so I ended up ordering Daemon Ex Machina instead, because I remember that that was the thing that I wanted to pick up. And I will see about getting Breath of the Wild at some point, probably off of eBay. Because my copy of Daemon Ex Machina didn't have its original case. So I'm willing to bet that if I order a copy of Breath of the Wild off of them, it won't have the original case either, and that just kind of makes me upset. I would prefer to have as many of my original cases as possible. I didn't even see what my item was, but I don't think it was a big deal. I think it was just a missile tank. And we can check our overall gear over here, so, like, if it was something big, I could go find out. Yeah, see, we're good. Anyway, yeah, that's my GameStop rant. Remember to tip your waiters or something. Also, I gotta ask, real quick, and I think I know the answer to this one. Am I the only person who likes the green and purple Varia suit in this game? I feel like a lot of people find this thing to be incredibly hideous. And, like, they're right, but I kind of love it for it. Like, somebody at Nintendo HQ had the balls to be like, hey, let's make this thing look as bad as possible. And it's kind of awesome for it. Not gonna lie. So, yeah. Anyway, let's move out of this area. There's some more stuff we can explore in SRX now that we have... Now that we have security level 1 open. Although up to a point, that's also, you know, now that we have the screw attack, too. There's nothing over there. That's already, yeah. I don't think security level 1 opens any part of Sector 0, which would be the main Sector 0. I was doing so well not being an idiot, too, and then I just said that. Well, it is what it is. I could, in theory, go fight the spider, but I don't want to do that. Then I feel like 35 missiles is pretty low to be doing that with, anyway. So that might be a little bit hairy, and not just because it's a big, buried spider. I'm making jokes about this thing. What did it do to deserve that, other than being a real pain in the ass? Oh. On second thought, we won't be doing this. Did we open anything else by getting this? I think top right is security level 2. Yes, it is. Let's go in here and let's see if anything is marked as security level 1 here, or if we're just going to go sideways. There's that area right... There's that area in green, but oh, right, that's... Is that something we can get with the power bombs? Possibly? I mean, if so, that's just free real estate. Yeah, I'm gonna give it a quick check and see if I'm a fool or not. After which point we would want to go to Sector 4, I think. Am I going the right way? Yes. Okay, so I gotta turn right from here. That was a very silly set of noises that zombie guy just made. Alright, we gotta go through the shaft. Shaft. Go around this way. Things are really going to start opening up for us once we hit Security Lock 2, which I think is in Sector 3. Alright. Show me the freebie. There it is. It's an energy tank. That was worth coming back for it. This game is hard. Everything kills you real fast. And of course, this way is blocked by the I don't know what's going on there. Save point, Arachnus. We'll go back through the Arachnus room here. I'm just having this weird moment of, is there something hidden in this area? Like, that you would need to come back for normally? Or is it just because I'm a dumbass who doesn't remember where anything is? I'm pretty sure it's just because I'm a dumbass who doesn't remember where anything is. Alright, now back we go. Back we go. Back to sector... We're gonna go back to sector 4 maybe and explore that a little bit. I think there's some easy to get shit in sector 4. But again, it has been a while. Sector 3 is where the next place to go is, basically, but... whatever. We'll make a decision when we get there, I guess. The Randomizer, indeed! How are you today, Abysmal Dream? I hope you are doing very well. I haven't played this Randomizer before, and admittedly, it has been... It's been about a year since I've played this game at all, so my memory on a lot of things is not great. But we're doing okay. And well, yeah, I'm doing pretty great. I'm glad to hear you're doing good. Go in here. You know what? Can you give me a hint, dude? Yeah, what do you got for us? This will be hint 7 someday. Thanks! They haven't programmed those in yet. Nice. Well, I can't even be upset about that because, well, they haven't programmed them in yet. You gotta make sure that the thing actually fucking works properly before you start doing that stuff, right? Ow! Shit, 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 shit. Get out of the water. That was some bad control on my part. And yeah, there's nothing we can do over here. Those things require the diffusion missile to deal with, and we don't have that yet. Actually, one thing that would be really neat would be if they could add in a little icon under your missile to show what power-ups you have for it or something. But again, make sure that it's not, you know, having logic errors or anything like that first. Oh, that seems like a lot of work. No, of course I didn't do that. Up here, yeah, we can just barely reach this. These little bits here and there are... yeah, so this is something that I'd really want space jump for because I suck at wall jumping. What options did I pick? I'd have to double check. In fact, give me a second, and I will pull this up. Hopefully you don't get, like, the whole window overrun by my folder or anything, because MGBA does not play nicely with that. Okay, alright, let's let it strain for a second. Or are you gonna be a pain about this? There we go. Okay. So, I think I have... yeah, I have... no, major minor split is off. Difficulty is set to 0. Missile upgrade enables missiles. Enable power bombs without bombs. I left damage runs off. Split security levels is off. Sector shuffle is off. Hide item graphics I thought was on for a bit, but it's only because I have it's only because I've been getting a lot of large items just placed on the world map. So that's off. It's basically just the, you don't have to find the missile upgrade to be able to, the main missile thing to be able to use missiles, and enable power bombs without bombs. I went for a very simple one because usually I tend to go into these and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do a bunch of funny stuff and we're gonna have quite an adventure. And I had a bit of a throwback to when I first did Jets of Time, and I basically enabled hard mode for myself by not remembering how things were. Yeah. Yikes. Oh, right. This pops open that way. This way is just to the generator, though, and I don't think I can deal with this right now, right? Ah! That ain't good. That didn't feel nice. Right, here's what I was thinking of much earlier on. This way to Ceres, I believe, right? Up we go. Yeah, I see the little boss icon there. Alright, we gotta traverse a little bit more before we fight it. Power bombs are on the other side of the broken girder. I almost call it a bridge, which I guess is kind of true, but that is a descriptor that is like the opposite of what it is in this case. At least from a design perspective. A game design perspective, anyway. This thing usually beats me up pretty bad, but I love it. Oh. Yeah, of course you had to unshield as, like, the worst possible time, buddy. Ah, yes, the 1,000-year iframes. Gotta remember those. Just gotta fight it while I'm under the water. Alright, back up we go. I'm always afraid that this thing is gonna, like, snap back into being a thing while I'm trying to go get it. And it's just energy tank. Aww. That's not real progression. That means I have to go backwards here. Right? Because this room requires the speed booster, maybe? Yes. Yes, it does. Okay, well. I'll deal with that in a second. Oh yeah, that's just a wall. Oh, we're stuck. I went out of logic, I guess. Well, it's a good thing I did just save recently. So I'm gonna assume that my reset is just Control R. Yeah, it's just Control R, but I didn't know that, so we're gonna do it that way. Huh. Was not expecting that. As you can tell. Probably. So yeah, I guess there's no reason to bother with Saris for now, and it's kind of off limits to us until further notice. And this way, I can't do anything with this because this requires the speed booster, right? Yes, and that's probably going to get me killed doing that. Room over there. Right, I think that leads back from the deep water area in Sector 5, which means that I don't think we should be fucking with that for now. Alright, so I guess we're gonna go check in Sector 3 and see if we can do anything over there. Or there's a few other areas around here that we can check out, I believe. That's me hitting the wrong button. Up. This way. Save point there. This way is just the bottom of that shaft, isn't it? From back there. Yeah, this appears to be the case. But we'll check anyway. Like I said, haven't done this in a minute. Oh yeah, this is our power bomb tank. Okay. That's good. Ah. Save and back down we go. Oh yeah, there's the big version of that red fish. Alright, that's speed booster. Yeah, because they really want you to have the speed booster to be able to escape from this location. But to that I say no, sir. Okay, good. We managed to remove that. Wait a second. Can I get out of here? Am I stuck? I might be stuck. I might have to... So, like, I think my only options are wall jumping, which is not a great time. Again, I'll give Metroid Dread credit for that. It made wall jumping a lot easier. You know, a legitimate improvement for absolute certain. Or I have to go through the death water in the pump room, possibly. Okay, so we managed to pull that off. Is this all of the wall jump comboing we have to do in order to get to that thing? Because otherwise this could get a little bit grody. And that's not progression either, that's just an item. However, it is something to get off of our map, so that's good. Alright, pause. Let's see if we can't collect our bearings here a little bit and see... so our options are probably going to be wall jumping, I think, in order to get out of here. And go explore somewhere else, because I don't remember this part of the game as well as I would like. Yeah, that's a one-way... That's a one-way thing. Alright, so, other save points. There's that one over there. You know what, I'm going back here and I'm going to save here because that is going to be closer in the direction that we would want to be if I can't get anything by doing what I'm about to do. Which I highly suspect that I will not be able to. What I'm doing right now is very, very silly. Yeah, okay, there's nothing I can do over here, so let's just control R for a little bit of doing things slightly there. Live action cats. I gotta ask if that really counts as a reboot, but I mean, that is certainly a strange film, is all I know about it. I still haven't seen it, it's not really my bag to begin with, even if it was good. Or, well, you know, did what it was setting out to do, I guess. Is a better way to put it, because... you know, that's kind of independent of quality, right? Ah! Well, that didn't... oh, this is gonna be really rough. Gee, I wish I was better at this. Don't we all, right? You? I'm now curious if this is even makeable. Yeah, it doesn't feel like it is. And I don't really have an enemy that I can get over there. Unless I've done something really horribly wrong. Which, let's see if we can reset the room this way. That seems to have worked. Okay, so we'll remove this crab. Okay, that should... Or we can stick on it. Well, that's always a possibility. So, one of the things that I really like about this game over Super Metroid is this. You can press the A button again when you're in midair to enter your somersault. And that helps out in a lot of places, but here's a case where it's like, well, I want the opposite of that. I want something that'll let me disable it. Fuck. Okay, so it is escapable, it's just very weird. This is gonna take me a second here. Down we go, down we go, down we go, down we go, and... freeze you. Up we go. I jumped too early. Because, of course, that crab is going to die horribly. And I don't think it'll respawn if we just let the X float freely. What am I doing? Alright, let's wait until this thing gets a little bit higher, I guess, and we'll try it that way. I mean, I would love to have it so that way it's at a point where I can just walk into the next room. That might not be such a good idea. Yeah, I'm gonna have to not do it this way, that's for sure. Wait till it's about eye level with the chained crate. This is just some level design, isn't it? Now that I think about it, this is a bizarre environment. That's better. Okay, now let's get out of here and let us never speak of this again until probably sometime a little later on. Oh, right, that's that room. Don't go in there, it's pointless. Like a golf ball. Or a baseball. Or most other kinds of ball. You know, just by design, right? A wiffle ball. Not a football, though. Those have, well... Okay, American football. I think that's the kind of ball they use in rugby in other parts of the world where that's a going concern. But, you know, gotta remember that football is what they call soccer in other parts of the world. And then you get the people who are like, well, I don't understand why it's... because it's a truncation, a admittedly weird one, of the term association football. Because that's what it's referred to in a lot of those parts of the world. The full name is association football, not just football. Is it any weirder than calling it footy? Is all I have to say there. And I mean, the answer is yes, I realize that, but also... Yeah, it definitely, it sounds like something that you should not be hearing about, that's for sure. But yeah, it's the idea of, you know, soccer is not that strange of a term, I don't think. The wide beam, that's interesting. So what's this gonna look like? Oh yeah, that's right. It's just the hula hoops in and out. Well, that's a nice little get. I mean, it's not a huge piece of importance, but I'm not going to complain either. Wait, are we blocked behind the speed booster here? We might be blocked behind the speed booster here. Yes. That's a yes. At least over there. There might be some other stuff we can reach because, of course, we have the old spin to win. Can't go this way. Alright, so we're definitely blocked from the data room. Well, fuck me. Where do I go then? I may have to go back to... Let's pause here. So we've got nowhere to go right now for sure. This area is blocked off on one side by the speed booster and on the other side by level 2 locks. Sector 4 is mostly speed booster blocked. Sector 2 is where we could go, I think. Otherwise, it's pretty much just the spider. And, I mean, I've got enough health to deal with the spider. The thing that doesn't exactly fill me with joy is 40 missiles. And we don't have supers for the damage boost, so... we're going to be filling that thing with a lot of charge beam shots, that's for sure. Butts. I guess let's go do it. Not much sense in putting it off this much longer. Well, I mean, there's usually quite a bit. Yeah, it's unfortunately going to have to be Spider for us, probably, because I don't think I can get into the overgrown area of Sector 2 at this point. Can I do anything with the back of this area? Need speed booster, but we can get a power bomb, so that's cool. There might be some stuff we can do around here. We can rid ourselves of these dudes, so that's nice. I don't remember if there's any more items over here, but, you know, we may as well, right? Oh yeah, this is a one-way location, isn't it? No, it's not. There's a little tube here that we can take. And there's something in here? Sure is! Didn't realize that. Oh, is it a one-way area? I do not remember that tube at all. That's probably where one of the energy tanks usually is in the regular game, because I always feel like I come up a little short on those, so it'd be really fitting that I'd be missing one of them in a place like that. Because I think the only other way we can get in there is we'd have to go through the elevator shaft. And I'm going to be honest with you, I don't know how to get that to happen in the randomizer. That's right, bombs, right? That's what you need. Yes. Ah, yes, we're in my favorite part of the game. Actually, I say that, I'm pretty sure when I streamed this, I killed the spider in the first go. But it's still a pretty hard fight for me most of the time. We can go backwards through this area and check the nav room. There's no real reason to do that. Power station. Can we keep going backwards through here? Yes. Well, that just leads us to the boss. And there's no real desire to do that just yet. Should probably save at least and pick up the other items along the way. If I can just remember where the save station is. This way is... yeah, this is the save room. Left side is the way to Overgrown Sector 2. So I'm gonna have to climb all the way up to... right, and loop around. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, do you guys respond to a charge shot? Well, you're not exactly fans of it, but it doesn't seem to be very lethal. Definitely gonna be missiles or nothing to deal with those guys. Not my favorite way to do anything, but eh. Wow, okay, they can duck. You know what? The screw attack works, obviously. Energy tank. Good get before the boss. But there is still another item in here, I believe. That's Powerbomb tank. I'll take it. Again, it's not progression, but it's still nice to grab. Nice and easy. Thanks, game. Alright, refill, and here we go. This room that we've been in before. Ah, yes, nobody's favorite boss. Especially not when it does the sumo slam on us. Fuck! I walked right into its attack again. Oops. And this is why we always save... Wow, okay! Can you stop this? Can you, like, go on an attack pattern that's not directly into... There we go, that's better. And again, we land right inside of its claws, and we're gonna get killed for this. Yeah, because that does that much damage. Oh, boy. That was just very badly done altogether. Actually, that's usually about the level of skill that I fight that boss with, so... I'm not surprised that I failed. It's probably gonna happen a couple of times. Wait a sec, is there something else up there that I missed? Because I see another room, well, another square of map. Yeah, there's something up here. Alright, just remember I can screw attack through all the goons in here. Energy tank, and here we keep going. Nice. That time I actually hit the magic pixel properly. See, I could have done that if I had just been a little better, I guess. Oh, I was in the wrong place there. Dang it. I did this so well the first time. Can you stop this, please? Thank you. Alright. Let's try this again. Hopefully this time with less suck. Oh, don't do that! Ball. Fuck! I was trying to press down! Game! Please! I mean, it's all me, but still. I was absolutely pressing down. I guess I didn't press it enough times for it to register 2 inputs. Over we go. Let me tell you, I've fought less annoying spiders in my time. I had to sacrifice my shot there because I thought I was due for it. Oh, good God. No! Fuck, I'm dead. I'm so dead. We're barely hanging on here. I don't think we're making it through phase 2. In fact, I basically have to play this level of touch and go on just being able to hit it in this phase. Oh, nice. Real nice, game. That's my fault, technically, I guess, because I dropped one input before the other, but still. I don't feel like taking the blame for it. I'm rustled. Boss feels so Mega Man. I mean, there's been a couple of spiders in Mega Man games. Shit, I did it again. Can you please? Sir? Do you mind? Fire spider. We didn't quite have that as a Maverick in any of the X games, although I'm surprised sometimes because it's like, oh, they just stuck whatever random. You know, the first one was Flame Mammoth, and they were just, I guess, because they were just like, hey, yeah, fire shooting elephant. That sounds about right. Fuck you! You asshole! God, this thing sucks! I heard a dog jump at a TV in the other room. Have to admit right now, I'm tempted to go around the back way just for purposes of getting there faster. Because those power bombs don't help us. And I mean, okay, one energy tank might be useful, but of course, the big threat from this thing is getting caught in its jaws, which is just, you know, super death. Because for some reason, here's an attack that does like 3 energy tanks from you. And incidentally, we are at the defensive power that we're usually at when we fight this boss, so it's not like, oh, hey, I need the gravity suit. No, 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 no. You're supposed to fight this thing with only the various suit. I probably said it... I've said it many times today, and I've probably said it many times in my actual playthrough, which is on my YouTube stream backlog channel, of this game is fucking hard as fuck. Especially compared to the other ones, like, okay, I guess compared to Metroid 1, not so much, but of course, Metroid 1 was an NES game. Pretty much every NES game is brutally hard because back in the 80s, nobody knew how to design video games because they hadn't invented any of these genres yet. Is like 80% a joke, but also quite a, you know, in some cases it is very true. A lot of very early video games were incredibly brutal, and they were in genres that had only just been invented basically by some of those games. We're having a good time this time, though. Is this a case where my getting angrier is actually leading to me sucking a little bit less? Because that's pretty rare when it happens. At the very least, I'm thinking back to, like, just thinking about X6 now, and it's like, well, at least this music is nowhere near as stress-inducing as everything in that game was. Alright, well, phase 1 is over. Now we have to shoot it in its open jaw, I think. Okay, we can actually jump to meet it, so that makes things easier. If we time things properly, anyway. Sadly, the screw attack does not help us except to give us protection, which admittedly is still pretty handy. Oh, you jerk. That was unnecessary, my friend. Un-fucking necessary. Thankfully, though, we have a good chunk of HP so we can take some hits here. Especially because, as you can see, like, we're taking 20, 25 damage from these things. I think it's a little more than 25, but whatever. Compared to when it gives us the nuclear suplex and it steals 3 energy tanks from us in the first form, and that's like the only thing that can hit us. This is pretty good. Alright, come on, Yakuza, quit being such a boot hole! There we go. That's what we like to see. Alright. So, Corex. You handle it the way you usually do. But this time we have the screw attack, so we can make it cough out a bunch of stuff pretty much on command, demand, same thing. Alright. Turn around. This is probably going to take us a hot minute because we're meant to have the super missiles by now, and we don't. I see, it's not even turning yellow yet, right? Yeah. It's still green. There we go, there's our yellow turn. Fuck. And it does hit pretty hard when it hits us. 40 energy is nothing to sneeze at. But if it'll come back to us, you know, who's gonna complain, right? Not I. Get out of the fucking wall, please. There we go. That's better. Wait for my spin to drop. That's good. Hello? I'd prefer to not die during this phase, especially. It's not even red yet. Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it. Fuck. Damn it to hell. There we go. It's red now. Okay. Shouldn't be too long, I hope. Fuck. Wow, alright. Fucking just get under my missiles, why don't you? Cut this shit out, come on. Roll over, you stupid... You're an orb! You can fucking roll! There we go. That was genuinely terrifying. Because we were one hit away from death. Alright, come on, show me... It's a fucking power bomb! God damn it, where are we supposed to go? Now we can't get out! I missed something. Brutal! Jesus! Ugh! Oh boy. You know, this is really cool, but damn, I am so not I am not the right person to be taking this on. That much is abundantly clear. I'm bad at this game and it's kicking the living shit out of me. Well, you know what? I may as well get the energy tank and the power bomb tank. And then I have to go... Wait, can I get both of those? I can get the energy tank. Yeah, so we're gonna get the energy tank, and now I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna go, can I even get out of this place? The answer, I believe, is gonna be, it's gonna take some doing, but you might be able to pull it off. Or at least someone who's not a complete scrub can. Not to be confused with a snrub. Mr. Snrub. Fuck! That was a mistake. I need, basically, to not spin jump at all. Fuck. Yeah, I gotta reset the room. Okay. Falling all the way to the bottom would probably not be such a good idea. I'm gonna try and see if the hint system wants to work again. I'm going to assume that my answer there is going to be no. But let's give it a shot. Yes, God. This will be hint. Oh. It's broken. Damn it. Guys, I don't know what I'm doing. Ma'am, half the strategy guide is telling me to go on playonline.com. Shit. Well, I screwed that up real bad. Up, left, right. You know what I think might help is if I use the spring ball to get across gaps a little more. That's a ticket. Alright. Back we go, and now I have to try to figure out what kind of options I even have right now. Does that open anything for us? The answer is not really. Okay, reset the room. I bet there's something like really obvious that I've missed somewhere. I mean, obviously there has to be because, yeah. So I can't get in there. I can't. Waifu in a box. That sounds like something that would be released for, well, for any trading card game, really. Is this... You say TCG product, and my immediate thought is... Yeah, I was going to say it's a new Yu-Gi-Oh thing, right? Not a whole new card game, other than the fact that it does sound like something that could happen. You know, I'm kind of surprised that there aren't, like, more Animu card games anymore, but I guess that Bushiroad has that market pretty much covered due to Vice Schwartz. Or as we might want to call it around here, what if Anime Mayhem, but not from the 90s, I guess. In an era where anime is a lot different. I'm trying very hard to get some semblance of bearings, and I don't know where to go. Fire Emblem. You know, that's not entirely wrong. The Fire Emblem card game has not made its way to America, though, I don't think. Which, granted, is probably partially to do with the fact that half of the series is still Japan exclusive. Because Nintendo won't get off their asses and fix that. Is there something over here? Let's try power bombing. That did not reveal anything. I was just me. In the old Fire Emblem games? Well, I mean, I guess at the very least, like, a lot of the older Fire Emblem games not making their way over here. I guess you could see the cards. I haven't seen a whole lot of the cards from Fire Emblem Cypher in a bit of a minute, so I can't 100% weigh in on that, but maybe. Yes. But yeah, I'm really hoping that someday Nintendo just gets off their asses and releases some form of all the other Fire Emblem games that they haven't released over here yet. You know, maybe they could try remaking a few of them, like I want an actual remake of 6 and 7 at some point. I think I mentioned that before. 4 would be a good one. A lot of people really like Fire Emblem 4, but of course that one is not available in anywhere outside of Japan, and of course even then I think it's legitimately you have to buy used cartridges for that one, because I don't even think that's on their version of the I almost said virtual console, which is not quite correct. Okay, so there's this room we haven't been to. I didn't realize that this was a different, I guess, yeah. Yeah, I know, right? Nintendo. Then again, I'm saying that, and I've been starting to put together a thing about Super Mario Sunshine. And I'm just deep down reminded of a streamer that I watched playing the Switch collection for that, Super Mario All-Stars 3D, or 3D All-Stars, rather, I think it was. And the fact that that was really not well emulated, and I'm just thinking, you know, maybe sometimes Nintendo needs to be saved from themselves on that sort of thing. But I digress. We are here in the overgrown part of this sector, and this may be where we have to go for progression. But yeah, I'm kind of surprised and disappointed by the fact that we haven't seen, like, any sort of patched version of FE4 or anything like that released on Switch Online. I mean, people would, or even just for money, I think that there's probably some people who, you know, if Nintendo was like, hey, fan translators, we'll give you $100 if you let us use this, they would absolutely be all over that, right? I mean, $100 sounds like a very small bribe, but honestly, with a lot of those projects, I think a lot of those people do recognize that it's pretty awesome that Nintendo hasn't killed their shit yet. At least that definitely seemed to be the overall tenor of the Mother 3 project every time that I read anything about it. So who knows how much that'll necessarily apply to everybody, but still, is there anything else in this room? No, this is just we have to go around, huh? Speaking of going around, I was about to say we gotta do like a I want to be the guy hook jump, but I don't think that's gonna be very possible. Anyway, yeah, I'm kind of sad and surprised that Nintendo hasn't been like, hey, yeah, we'll release this on Virtual Console and, you know, work something out. But then again, Nintendo, I've seen the quality of the Switch store. We'll put it that way. I mean, I guess, yeah, that there probably is some sort of legal issue there that would make it complicated, but also, like, as I said before, we must always remember that Nintendo can just blow those things up all the time. Or at any time, rather. And besides, we've seen before that they have been lazy enough to just dump their shit from other websites. You know, can't even be asked to borrow an employee's cartridge or something. Anyway, that said, somebody did point out recently, because of course there's been some shit, to put it simply, regarding the PlayStation Classics that are now available on PlayStation Plus for people who have that. And how a lot of them are PAL region, and there's some emulation issues with it. And somebody did point out that, yeah, with regard to emulating any of that stuff, those companies do have to be careful, because it's generally a thing that, like, if you do any dev with any existing emulators, you can't just steal it and be like, yeah, okay, we're gonna update this to work on our hardware and not give you anything back. That, at the very least, you know, would earn some suspicion involved, or, you know, something to that effect. You know, there was a whole conversation about it, and it's like, you know, fair enough. But regardless, it is just very surprising how lazy Nintendo is about a lot of this stuff, and how much they just regard their video games as momentary products, which I find to be very, very sad. Excuse me, is this the boss room, but we're behind it? That's weird. So yeah, just, I don't know, it's kind of disappointing. And again, it's not like Nintendo would have money issues, right? For any sort of project like that. How hard would it actually be to get more people involved on making a remake? I mean, the hiring process is not that simple, but also, you know, at the very least, they could consider throwing money at the problem as opposed to just letting it die. It would be a useful first step. Then again, maybe there just is not actually any real interest in those games the way I think there is. Maybe people will get these and be like, oh, my waifu from 15 or whichever one is not here, and throw it aside. 15. Pardon me, 3 Houses is 16. That's the only one people know anymore. Even Awakening has fallen by the wayside fairly quickly. And Fates, I mean, to be fair, I can understand and appreciate minimal people talking about that one, because that went some places in the pre-release phase, and it's definitely not a thing that a lot of people in this part of the world are very down with. And unfortunately, America does dominate the English-speaking internet. So if you want other perspectives, sometimes it is a little bit rough. Anyway, that's enough of that. Let's get back to this game. And now that we've saved, and I really hope I don't have to, you know, I really hope I don't have any trouble with this fight, even though this is not a... Oh god, get me out of here, please. Stop! They have such a huge vacuum range for some reason, those flowers on the ground. And yeah, escaping the one on the right in particular is very hard. But this really is something where you have to kind of be a little bit audacious, otherwise you're not going to get anywhere. Unfortunately, these flowers are a complete pain in the butt with their you know, little spore spawn drops. Let me out of there. Can I kill these things? I believe the answer to that is going to be no. Fuck, this is going to be a nightmare. I don't have enough missiles. And nothing here drops anything. I don't get any drops until I get to the Plasma Beam Corex. I don't like this. But I think this is my only chance at progression right now. Oh boy. Oh no. What a mess this is. Yeah, see, 45 missiles is fine for if we were fighting Ceres, which is about where we should be in the game. You know, the boss that we fought earlier that blocked us other than the spider. But for this thing, this is, like, we've skipped several chapters to get here, relatively speaking. 45 missiles just seems like insanity. In terms of what kind of resources we should have here. Can we... We really can't do that. Fuck! And you also have to remember that by this point, we should have gotten super missiles from an earlier chapter. So, not only are we fighting this thing with, 45 missiles, which is far less than you would have at this point in the game, it's like we only have 15. That's how much damage we have total, because the super missiles triple the damage output of your missiles. It's just a passive thing that buffs your missiles, and we don't have it because we got ice missiles first. Oh shit! We're into the next phase! Unfortunately, we're missile-less, otherwise we'd be able to do a little bit of damage to this thing fairly fast. As it stands, we basically have to shoot charge shots while we're able to duck the plasma tri-shot. At the very least, the falling shots have stopped. But of course, if we take another hit, we're dead. So maybe I should stop thinking about it. Your fucking mother with 12 goddamn low shots in a... Wow, okay. Didn't know I was dealing with Mortal Kombat 2 AI here. Fuck! God damn! I hate wall jumping so much. Ah, yes, I love taking free damage. Get me out of here! Where in the fat flying fuck am I? Where the fuck was I? I remember to hold A, that'll probably help me get out of that faster. Well, if it wasn't for that, we were starting to do a little bit, you know, I was starting to feel a little bit of confidence in my abilities here, but now, not so much. You know, I was starting to feel like, oh hey, we got to phase 2 last time. We might have a fighting chance in hell here. And now I'm not convinced. Get out of there. Alright, we're on phase 2. With good timing, we can actually hit this thing in its upper region while it's firing the low shots. At least there's that going for us. God, this is making my thumb ache real bad. That was stupid. Alright, it's turning colors. Which is great. I don't think we can take another hit. Yeah, we can't. Ow. Ow, 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 my thumb. Hang on. Ugh. Alright, folks. We started late. I'm going to try to beat this, and I think that's going to be all we do for the night. Just because, holy fuck, this is absolutely insane. This is, I'm being asked to do something that is, quite frankly, well beyond my skill level. Like, I'm just gonna say it, I am not good enough to do this. So, if I can pull this off, like, there's frankly no fucking reason why I should be able to pull this off. You know, we like to joke on here about how bad I am at video games, but this is a place where I will absolutely say, I am simply not good enough to do this. My resources are far too low. And that was actually something that I was not really considering would be a huge issue with the Fusion Randomizer, although I guess maybe I should have, because I was having some misgivings about how open this would actually be. Oh good. I tried to play it smart and I failed. I was like, oh hey, yeah, I'll screw attack on the way down so that way I can remove whatever pellets are in the air, and I... Instead, I just landed in the plant that chews on you a little bit. Which I think that the versions of those in Super Metroid are actually called Samus Eaters, which is kind of hilarious. Especially when you consider that, like, the deeper you get into this series, the more that you end up with things that are, you know, named in-game and have logbook files and shit in Metroid Prime. I'd like to point out that that is such a video game object name. If you understand what I'm trying to get at, like that is a name given in dev basically that is really nonsensical in terms of lore. That I would just love to hear some sort of internal story about, like, oh well, somebody, you know, saw it chewing on Samus one time when she was young or something. And again, we're falling into a bad loop here. Good. Great. Cool. Love that for me. Fuck! Yeah, I just goofed up real bad there. Ah, god damn it, right in the foot. I'm gonna pause for a second. And yeah, I'm not surprised that this thing is listed on any sort of list as being like one of the most frustrating bosses in the game. Honestly, it's not that bad in the you know, the real game up to a point, because you have better ability. You know, again, you have more resources. You can fight it in a more audacious manner, whereas here it's like, oh hey, I've got 5 missiles worth of damage, and the rest has to be charge shots, while I'm trying to deal with these fucking, you know, spores or whatever that are coming down from the ceiling. And me having, you know, me screwing up the timing occasionally because I'm, you know, going a certain direction. Honestly, vanilla game, the spider is worse than this. But not by a ton. And again, that's comparing vanilla game to vanilla game. I'm just glad that this isn't Nightmare, is all I can say, because Nightmare is legitimately one of the hardest bosses in the entire franchise. Vanilla. Really cool, really good music, but, like, also, you know, monstrously terrible. And also, I failed to jump there. Apparently, I just didn't lower that part of my thumb enough because of how my thumb is currently situated on the face buttons. That's unfortunate. We were getting somewhere. See, I feel like I'm improving every time. So at least there's that going for me. Yeah, Yakuza is the spider boss that we fought earlier. Both versions of the box robot are kinda shitty. The first one is mildly annoying because of its weird hit detection. But the second one is that, plus it has just like everything it does better. Alright, so let's... don't do that. That's not as clever as it looks. Alright, let's spend all of our missiles first. Alright, remember to hold the jump button to get out of the water in a case like that, because that's a little bit strange, but I guess it works. You know, if you're struggling upwards against it. Alright, phase 2. Don't do that, it's a waste of time. Alright, so it does look like we can actually get it while it's prepping the low plasma shots. Like, between when they start coming out and when they fire. Which is very strange that they're, like, impenetrable before that, but okay. I didn't design the game. Video game design is fucking weird, folks. Ow. I'm pausing for a second. Rest my thumb. Let it stretch. Because, yeah, as you can tell, a long fight like this has its other downsides, too. Other than just, oh, it's hard. Well, also, it's not the most pleasant feeling thing in the world. Alright, if you'd like to keep up doing the simple pattern here, that will make my life a lot easier. But no, we're moving into, like, the 800 low shots now. Oh, no, it was only 3. You're gonna be in the red for a while, aren't you, buddy? Oh, there we go. Well, I gotta say one good thing about this for sure is that, thank goodness, this fight just gets easier as it goes. Unfortunately, there is also the fact that the eyeball shoots you as soon as you hit it with a missile. Oh, I shot too early. Yeah, like, it skips the rest of its charge-up phase as soon as the missile hits it. I have no idea why, but it's really mean. It means you've got to keep a little bit of a berth between you and it. Which, we don't have a whole lot of room, as you may have noticed. So that's not exactly the easiest thing in the world. Also, because of its gold body, it's not going to show damage very well. In fact, I don't think it shows damage at all! Helpful! Orishnu, yes, I have played vanilla many times before. Well, many times might be a bit of a stretch, but definitely quite a few. I recently... Well... Okay, I streamed it less than a year ago. To be fair, recent is a bit of a thing where, the concept of recency has a bit disappeared because of the pandemic and all that. But yes, I've played this before. It's been a minute, basically, so there are some things I don't remember. But also, I was never, like, super good at this one. This is a Metroid game that genuinely does kind of kick my ass quite a bit. Yikes! That was a little close. And all that for a missile tank. That was a lot of work. And I didn't get progression out of it. Unless opening some of the rooms that were overgrown, which should happen now, is going to lead me to progression. Yeah, I know, right? You know, I've said it before, and I think I'll just have to say it again, that very regularly on stream, I have said that I don't know. I've said on stream before that if I say something is easy, it will absolutely annihilate me. And if I say that it's hard, it will suddenly become very, very simple. Most people tend to skip it until Plasma last check. Yeah, it is, to be fair, not a great fight. However, I don't really feel like I have a ton of checks right now. I can pull up my status screen here, and we can see I've got the charge beam, the wide beam, the wave beam. I've got the various suit. I have Morph Ball, High Jump, Screw Attack. I don't have bombs yet. I only have Ice Missiles for missile power-ups. I don't have the Speed Booster. I checked Ceres earlier, and it had an energy tank. I checked Yakuza earlier, and it has a Power Bomb tank. So I was just like, wow, I think this is actually what I have to do. I can't open level 2 yet. Did I do box round 2? Not sector shuffle. No sector shuffle, no. I haven't done box round 2 in this fight yet. I mean, obviously I've played it vanilla and it's gross, but I don't have access to sector 6 yet, so yeah. Yeah, and it's behind security level 4, right? I forgot about that. I forget the exact needs of the security level, but right, it's after you get out of escaping from the nightmare fight. Okay, so we're... Fuck. It's a good thing I just saved. I'm gonna see if I can figure out if there's anything around here that I... Yeah, because... Let me just point out I don't usually go that way. If anyone wants to call me a scrub, you're not wrong, but also that I'm not used to fighting the key hunters in tight hallways. They are kind of jerks in this game, actually. I've got the high jump and the jump ball, so... Oh, right, this room I can't do. No space jump, though. Otherwise, I probably would be able to get around a little better. That's it. Alright, where... Is there anything in here? I can do that room? Okay, well, let's go back to that then. Oh, right. Well, I saw only the one on the right side, left side, pardon me, so... Oh, okay, so there's one here, alright. Yeah, I knew there was one over on this side to get you out, so... Backseating is fine. I don't mind it. Yeah, if you know how to get through this more than I do... This missile tank is, of course, not progression, but it's here. We may as well take it. Those extra five missiles might have made the Nettori fight a little bit less painful. But only a little bit, because, I mean, that's still not a whole lot of missiles when you don't have supers. Yeah, exactly, you know. May as well pad out how much resources you got, because it will always come in handy. Ripper Tower, yes, I got those items. I don't remember what they were. But let's pull up the map. Yeah, you can see that both of them are in, Yeah, I don't remember if I leave the backseating tab in there or not, because, you know, I don't mind. As long as people aren't, you know, as long as people aren't jerks about it. So I don't remember which room that is offhand, because I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't know a whole lot of the, like, the terms associated with a lot of these things. Is that the room with the, Well, I'll just pull up my map in a second. I can't go backwards. So yeah. Yeah, I put the randomizer tag on, obviously. It's one jumping boss. Oh, yeah, okay. I beat that. It didn't have an important item, But I think there was still a corner of the room that I couldn't get to. I don't remember if there's anything in that corner of the room that's important, by the way, but it requires space jump, I'm pretty sure. Or a level of wall jumping that I'm not gonna... Need speed booster for the items behind it. Okay, so... Not even what I was thinking. That is inaccessible to me at the moment. Go up here and... again, I'm pausing. I do this a lot to try and get my bearings here. Alright, so... I think that this way is just going to lead us back to the generator room area. I don't remember if there's any items to be got that way, but we'll... main deck, I'll show that I'll check that in a second, because I think that when it comes to main deck, we've gotten everything except for the things that are locked behind level 2. Yeah, like I said, I'll check that in a second because, again, there is also the part where sometimes I just have memory issues. So we'll see that in a second, but I believe I've gotten everything there prior to collecting security level 2. Oh, that's a lot of X-Parasites that just float in here. Man. Split security or not. Shit, now I don't remember. I don't believe so. Yeah, okay, so oh, right, this is power bombs, right? This is bombable. Power bombable. So... My problem is that security level 2... Is security level 2 speed booster blocked? Is my question, because I think it is, or possibly using a trick, I don't know, which is the other thing. I don't know a ton of the speedrun tricks or anything. Bomb and speed locked. Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, power bombs will substitute for regular bombs, but if it's speed locked, that's going to be a problem, because, well, as you've probably ascertained from my mentioning it multiple times. I mean, I guess that is one way to learn it, right? I unfortunately lack access to the speed booster. Oh, Sonic in Smash Bros. Brawl. I forgot that he came into the series that early, actually. Which will tell you how much Smash Bros. Brawl I've played, i.e. not a whole lot. Smash Bros. Is a hard game to get me to love, that's for sure. I don't hate it, but, you know, often vary on the Vector Shuffle, I don't think. That's the worst balanced roster in the series. Yeah, that seems to be... Brawl seems to be the game that, like, nobody loves. I mean, Smash 64 at least has Smash Remix as a thing going on, but the thing that people have done with Brawl is they've created a mod to try to make it more like Melee. I haven't played Smash Remix in like a million years, so yeah. Screw attack. What am I missing that I can screw attack, I guess, is the question. Is there something really easy here that I've forgotten? The answer is probably yes. The answer may surprise you. Go from 3 to 5 connector. I just really wanted to break that wall. I'll check that area out. Give me a second. Let me get a refill and a save. Because I think the going from Sector 3 to Sector 5 is locked by level 2 doors, and that's the only thing that I can do to get from there. Level 3 locks are in Area 5, I think, so... Yeah, well, let's go over this way and double-check that there isn't some sort of secret thing that I have managed to not know about for many, many years. Alright, so here's the door to Sector 3. Just for posterity, let's power bomb. And you can see there is nothing going on here, and we can't get into the green door yet because we don't have level 2 locks opened. We can go take a look at what we have in here. There was one you could do something like that across the lava. I can go... Oh, is it... Is that where it is? Wow, so that's a thing I didn't know at all. Drop a... Good point, good point. Let's do it here. Let's save up, and... Whoop. Yeah, that's a good point. I should probably, because I did check that entire area and probably get a couple of small things I don't remember. Alright, the lava room is directly across the way. Grab. And I was going to say, we're probably going to get hit a bunch from this, but that's okay. Yeah, I mean, we've got enough HP to deal with the lava. It's just that the enemy damage is what ramps up real hard. Alright, so over here... Yeah, exactly. Now, this, I believe, is speed locked. Oh, no, it's not. Oh, shit, I'm a moron. This has been here the whole time, hasn't it? Screw attack over the floor. There we go. Oh, yes. Oh, you are a brilliant person. Wait a sec, there's an item here. Oh god, powerbombing a glass tube. Oh shit! I didn't know about this at all. I would have been completely screwed out of the game if you hadn't told me about this. I didn't remember these secret passages for a lot of these sectors. Yeah, I know I can screw it. I was just like, that's a real tight passage to just go up. Yeah, that's all right. Let's. Whoa, 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 whoa. Right, this is the Smash Nightmare Tunnel, isn't it? Or does it go up in that room? Can we access this? Yes, we can. This might be a soft lock, but yeah, it's just a powerbomb tank. You know what? We'll... that's okay. One, I might be able to spin it... Oh, Jesus. That's a bitch. Yeah, I'm just gonna refresh that. It's a good thing we saved recently. It's a very good thing we saved recently. Data room solid. Fancy bomb. Yeah, I don't have any bombs yet. Well, okay, so on the upside, we know that that is not important to get, so... I do have a... I don't usually use Discord for these types of things too much, but I appreciate the... I'm just gonna say I usually keep that stuff private, but I appreciate the offer. Whoa. You know what? Let's get back on the ceiling. Come on. May as well. It's there. All right. Up we go, and screw attacking to the floor. Wow, this is wild. Man, this is so cool. There's so much of this game that I really just don't know very well. Is there anything to get in here? I'm gonna assume no. Yeah. But just to be sure. Alright. Hit it. Let me try not going in that door. That's okay. That makes it easier if I just enter and re-exit. I can probably just screw attack through the floor here, but may as well find the blocks a little easier. Get over here. There we go. Yeah, that is incredibly cool. This is, like, really, really neat. Alright. That's just a powerbomb tank, but I will take it anyway if they're offering it for free. That is... Yeah, that's more of our X-ray visor, basically. We're gonna powerbomb that instead of trying to screw attack that from this tight position, because that's a little bit funny. I can open the green door. Did I miss one somewhere? But yeah, I can go back and I can go get that. Yeah. Yeah, let's just go do the thing that would be easiest instead of like, hey, let me poke around and push my luck some, because I've got a feeling that exploring this area without green door security is not very smart. It would certainly not be a bad idea to go open the yellow doors if I can access that with relative ease. Alright, we're gonna go back real quick and we're going to save, because if I have to recollect that speed booster, I'm gonna feel real silly. Top of the elevator on main deck. Anything? There was a powerbomb tank up there, which, again, since that is basically being offered for free, when I get back over there, I'm probably gonna go pick it up. Alright, so we do this, and... Right. Is there anything... Yeah, I didn't remember if there was anything I needed to bomb there, but... Alright, so here we are in the tower. This tower, anyway, there's like 800 of them. Game. Those are green doors. So we gotta go up. Fair enough. You can tell that my memory is really bad here, because, yeah. My immediate thought was like, oh, are they gonna let us have the easy route? And the answer is obviously no. You know, why would that be a thing, right? Missile tank. Alright. Powerbomb. Oh, I can crack that with a powerbomb. I was like, that's probably going to need super missiles. And this is not the way to go. Oops. Yeah, wait a second. Yeah, I'm trying to remember where the security room is for greens. 'Cause that's not... Ah! Left in the big main room. Alright, so... Below lava. Okay, I just went the wrong way like a very silly person. Back up this way. There we go. Oh, hey, look, a missile tank. Do I have to reset here, by the way? Or is there another way out of here? Because I just realized, oh yeah, I've got... I can probably just check, do one of these to help check. Because otherwise having a one-way path seems a little bit silly. But I guess they really do expect you to be doing this in a very specific order. Yeah, I think the... left from the purple dude. Alright, let's go back up there. Okay, fine, game. Keep your secrets. Oh, wait. No, I meant... So, that downward path is... Ah, yes, here we go. Gotcha. Okay. That works. This direction, and right, there's a speed booster wall here because that's why all this is open. So we cut through the dirt blocks, and away we go. Yes, yes, yeah, I remembered that. Some more missiles. They'll come in handy eventually. Oh. Yeah, we gotta go around this, right? This requires me to... Oh yeah, that's right, I need speed. Oh, they come in very handy. The power bombs in this game are some of the best in the series. Right, that... Honestly, I should have just guessed that straight off. That made the most sense. And yet, I decided to add a few more steps to it for myself. Because at this point, why not? Yeah, the power bombs in Dread were pretty damn good, right? It's just that, well, one, I haven't played Dread in a bit, and two, it's also like, wow, you get him so late in the game. Dread had such a strange power-up order, but it was really cool for that. Like, my feelings on it are a little more mixed than a lot of the other Metroid games, but, like, that was pretty neat when they did stuff like, oh, hey, yeah, your third power-up from one of the Emmys is going to be the Morph Ball instead of the first. That definitely proves, at the very least, that the guys who made the game really do know the series pretty well. And you're thinking, well, of course, they made Samus Returns before. And yeah, but I think that goes even further of like, wow, they are... It's more than just, hey, they were commissioned to remake a game from 1989-ish. Dread demake into Fusion Engine, that would be neat. Missile tank, and... I'm gonna have to go around to get to that, I think. It's a good thing that the wave... Yeah, this is just over here. Yeah, so I do want to... Ouch. This looks like a good time to spring ball at everything. Or is that... Oh no, these are crumbling blocks, aren't they? Don't feel particularly good about this room. These ices. Oh, right. Yes, yes. Let me try not being a fool here. Fuck. So it would be a good idea to reset the room first. Yeah, so I do want to point out just how many puzzles it feels like having the wave beam makes a lot. Oh, right. Can I switch that off? Not that I know of. That's right, this isn't Super Metroid. Anyway, if I can ever get to the point, Wave Beam really does ease a lot of the puzzles in this game. Well, in these games, full stop. So, having it this early on... Oh, shit. That was dumb. I can just not spin jump. Yeah. I can just play the game better. That's always an option. I guess. Yeah, so... So yeah, what I guess I'm trying to say is that I think it was a really smart decision in the original to make the... And there I go again. Oops. It's okay. Part of it is part of the joke. Anyway, Anyway, it is very... well, let's see. Yes. That is a thing that I would do well to remember, but I probably will forget. So, yeah, what I've been trying to say, if I can ever actually use the words correctly, which, again, is another thing that I'm not good at, and yet I stream. So, I think that, specifically in this game, having the wave beam be a super late item is kind of a good choice for game design. Because, like, it gives them some more options and stuff to puzzle things out that way. So I like that about it. Even if it is like, hey, here's me getting a superpower super late into the game. Well, you know what? If it's in the aid of level design, why not? Yeah, exactly. They do that quite a bit in this game, and it's a good way to lock certain items behind a thing, and if you just give people the wave beam, it honestly is like one of the best items in the entire series in a lot of ways. Alright, up this way. That disappointed sound was pretty great. This might be a little tough to... Which version of the Rando? It is version 0.11.6. I just downloaded this earlier today, so... Yeah, pop out, come on. Oh. Crud. Not so good. Back up, back up, back up. Is this direction worth going? This goes over to the... Oh yeah, drop a power bomb. That's my bad. Am I in the wrong room? Try in here. This is probably gonna get me killed, but that's okay. Because this is gonna be pretty long, right? And if I'm power bombing every here and there, yeah, that's dead end. Yeah, so I don't know the way around this at all. I didn't see it, no. Which is unfortunate. Crud. It was up and left. I didn't see what the item was. And my rewind function on MGBA is not working. Alright, so we're gonna take another crack at that. It's a major oh Jesus. Oh boy. All I can say is that I'm gonna try that again, and I'm going to really hope that it's like gravity suit or something. Because that's escapable. I just have to actually get the path right the first time. Yeah, gravity. I say gravity suit because that would be very, you know, I can get out of that immediately. Yeah, I didn't save after grabbing greens, which, you know, at the very least, I saved after getting here after getting the speed booster, so I don't have to redo that. I don't have to redo that. Gravity is go mode. Wow. That'd be pretty big. Oh, jeez. I gotta wait for this. Oh, it's back. Yeah, I need plasma. I was about to say, wait a second. Although, you know, all considered, that would get me pretty far. Gravity suit would open up a fair amount of things, and now that we have this open, gravity suit would let us get to the red doors, I think. Like, pretty much just by itself. That is... Oh, I lost my speed charge there. Whoops. Alright. Move these dudes real quick. I probably should have gone back and saved. Yeah. It'll be fine. If we, Ow. I can wait to refill that health, because there's the next room over. That has some easy shit for us to kill. I just want to be at full health when I get into the lava maze, just to be sure that it's escapable. There we go. Alright. Down we go. That's not the correct way to go. I gotta go this way, right? Yep. Up and over. All up, and there we go. That's right, that's not necessary. It just looked like it was for a second. Up. Come on. Okay, I don't even have to go back. It's the plasma beam. Oh, boy. Well then, okay. So, all that's left is level 4 doors, I think. And that requires gravity suit still. Does it require gravity suit? Still, plasma beam is a big, big get. Gary. Alright, let me take a look at this. Right, reset the room. Kill that dude. Take an idiot hit. Come on. Fuck. Well, that was badly timed. Come on. Ah, get up there. I don't know why I did that, actually, but it worked. Left to a dead end, wide core boss. Yeah, right. Yeah, Gary, I like this. It's called Gary. I was like, yeah, that's... it took me a second, but then I did suss that in a decent amount of time afterwards. It's like, oh, hey, yeah, okay. Fuck, don't do that. You know what? That's fine, actually. Let's refill here a little bit, because... Imposter Professor Oak. You ain't wrong, actually, now that you mention it. I'm like, yeah, that is kind of what he looks like, isn't he? So, let me stop screwing this up here, and you gotta do one more orb, right? I like the sound they make when they get frozen. It's been a while since I've heard that, so I forgot that. I was just kind of like, oh. Oh, ye gods. It's okay. Still a good one. Fuck. Yeah, so we're gonna springball it a bit here. Oops. Alright, well. I need a refill really badly. So we're gonna reset this room so I can get some more energy back, so I can, you know, not die so horribly in a second here. Use power bomb. Oh, right. In here, or... I mean, that works. That's $1.00. I could use them in here, right? I can just do this. Right. Yeah, use them on the lava guy to the left. All right. I gotta remember again that the power bombs do pull in power-ups. That's one of those things that I was always like, yeah, that's super cool. And then again, when it comes time that I'm playing a randomizer of this game, I forgot again, right? This is what happens when 60 HP. I took a lot of damage in that area. I need a refill. I need to do this better. Yeah. Yeah, this just seems to be the better way to do it. Unfortunately, I am spending most of my power bombs, but I don't think I need them for the upcoming rest of this area, right? Because that's... like, we're just a couple of rooms over to Gary. Yeah. Forget it. I'll just do that, yeah. But you see, when it's just... Good old words. One powerbomb check that you think we missed. Well, I can pull the map back up in a sec and we can take a look at that. Yeah, I am kind of noticing that the lava crawlers are a little bit on the rough side sometimes with regards to not always, you know, letting you get away without getting a hit. So, can you see it on the map, I guess is the question. Take a look at the map for a few seconds here. And that should give us a good read on whether or not I picked that up. Kind of middle-ish. Alright, so I'll look at this in a second. After I deal with that. Alright, purple room, under the 2 greens, kind of middle-ish. We'll take a look at this in a second, I guess, is what I'll say for now. Off the tall room. Greens, kind of middle-ish. So there should be something in there that we can power bomb. Okay, gotcha. I got what you mean. We'll do that check once I'm done with Imposter Professor Oak over here. And I need at least one of these extended. Right. Orb! I just fucked this up real bad. Time to refresh. Alright, powerbomb these things. Give me that shit. And thank you very much. Oh, why you gotta orb me, buddy? Come on. Work with me here. Or don't. You are an enemy in a video game, so if you don't want to work with me, that's kind of normal. Alright, take your, Ah! Fuck. I goofed this up pretty bad. That was a lot of HP that I blew away there. Let's, I guess we're gonna reset this room once again, and we're gonna... get some health back. I wish these guys would drop more than just 10 hit points. That'd be great. Ah, well. It is what it is. What can you do? Yeah, they didn't put that in as a thing for whatever reason. I'm kind of surprised by it. And, like, wow, it really does just smash fucking anything in this game, almost. There's a lot of stuff that can just be broken for some reason. I guess to, like, add a little bit of challenge that way, it's like, well, you gotta be careful with your shots, dude. You know, everything's fragile because it's so hot, it's melting. You gotta go stop Gary. I'm not talking about the city in Indiana. Fuck me running. Oh, there we go. That's the strat. I'm pretty sure I handled this way better in my regular playthrough. And I didn't really even have anything that, like, would have made that much simpler. Nice snapping sound as I rip through that thing. Alright. Down here. Little passage room. Shit. Alright, welcome back. I fucked up that room a couple of times, but I fixed it eventually. Alright, so we got a side hopper here. Oh, it's got for me some missiles. And that's right, this is... We've got a lot of very foregroundy blocks here. Eyeball? Yep. It's that time. It'd be really easy to make an Among Us joke here, but I'm really... I can't bluff very well either with things like that, so I'm terrible at that. I don't play a lot as a result. Well, I'm glad that is... It has helped out quite a bit, so... You know, thank you very much for your assistance. Get that? That's a power bomb tank. You know what? I mean, okay. Power bombs are valuable pieces of equipment. And there's no reason to do anything with that, because that's already done. There's nothing over here. Yeah, there's... Oh, well, we were here. So, may as well have, right? Alright, so I think... Yeah, let's see if we charge beam blocks. Do I have charge beam? I do have charge beam. Thank goodness. Otherwise, a lot of these bosses would have been freaking impossible, that's for sure. Ouch. Yeah, I was using it there. Alright, so we go up from here. There's something in that door to the right. I don't know what that is offhand. I forgot. Alright, so this room. Power bomb. Oh wait, no, it's on the other side of the wall? Right. Oh, yeah. I think I was in here before I died that one time. Let's double check that there's nothing else to get over here. Right, okay, nothing else to get over. Aw, they ran away. Dang. Yep. Alright, back up the shaft. Alright, here we go to the left. Missiles, and... yeah. Here's where we have to actually pull out the bombs of some description. Go this way. Pop this thing open with bombs. and right. Yeah. I was taking a quick look at what was over to the left. Trying to hash that. Something to do over here? Yeah, I can probably have the way to the data room be blocked. Oh, right. So we gotta fight. We gotta fight you first, right? Okay, I seem to remember that firewall attack being a lot harder to dodge, but I guess you can just stand under where the bomb goes off and it will... Under? I meant over. Under or over, what's the difference? You know, in the grand scheme of things, really, what is, in fact, the difference between under and over? That's why they call it an over-under, you know? What the fuck am I saying? Okay, so... Alright, if you would like to get full of holes faster, buddy, that'd be great. Oh, I jumped it a little bit. Oh, damn. Wow, I was just a little bit off there for... But I died. Alright, so we saved at... Oh, did we save all the... Last save all the way over here? Yeah, we literally last saved after we got greens. Oops. I probably should have gone and done that, like, as soon as I'd beaten Gary. Oh, well. Oops. That said, it's getting kind of late over here. Like, I've been up, so... I've been here... I've been streaming here a little longer than usual, so I think I'm going to cut it today, but I'm going to come back to this on Monday because I'm actually really liking this. I just need to put a note that I have that in the lava maze. So that way I remember to get that. Alright, yeah. Yep. Alright, folks, thanks for watching.